10 years of practicing yoga has taught me a lot about myself. From struggling and failing and falling with arm stands, I've learned that I find that my strength is different than other yogis that I see, that each practice is a new beginning, and there are times where I feel completely strong and empowered, and other practices where I am completely feeling weak and unempowered. There are poses like the crow pose that has taken me a lot of years to get here, where sometimes I fall flat on my face, but there are times where I have to be patient when I try to extend the crow pose into the crane pose. And even muscle memory isn't what I thought it was, because my mind can get in the middle of my practice, and I learn how to find focus and balance. And the more I learn how off balanced I am, the more I can find my innate ability to balance in my body. I've learned that doing simple things like lifting one foot up at a time and breathing is a great way for me to build strength and endurance. I've also learned to sometimes just sit back and stare at a space on the middle of the floor. Sometimes rolling forward onto my forehead is the only way I can get through my practice. Music really is a gateway in how I'm feeling, and it allows me to be more free in my movement. Blocks and blankets that are called props in yoga have been so helpful. I used to never use them because I always thought that they made me weak or less of a yogi. But actually what they do is they bring the floor closer to me, and they make it more accessible when I am not feeling as strong on days, and the floor is a lot easier for me to reach. I really notice my tendencies to want to give up and stop and quit my practice. But the difference is I don't listen to that voice, and I just keep showing up. And the more I show up, the more empowered I am. And the more intuitive movement and mobility that I create, the more free I feel and the more empowered I am. And on your journey to your yoga practice, I really just encourage you to show up as you are, to use any props that can be of use to you. That if you see someone on a social space that is doing an arm or a handstand and it makes you feel bad about yourself, then turn it off and go within yourself and trust that yoga is a practice. It's not a perfect, and it's not a one